and welcome to Mickey Art. My name is Michelle Edhouse and this is where we play with paint. Mostly it's acrylic pouring, a few other things thrown in very occasionally, but today is acrylic pouring. And today is my last play in this series with the Rix Mix paints, which I have been kindly sent by Counterculture DIY. They are running a competition on my Facebook group, Acrylic Pouring for Fun, and you can win a set of them. So head on over there. It will be, by the time you see this, it'll be like nearly finished. So quick. So the one thing that I have not done yet with this paint is what do we call it? What are those things called? Come on, somebody help me out. Dutch pour. So first thing we got to do on a Dutch pour is get a quick covering across the whole canvas, and I am using for this, so that it's nice and runny, the alabaster white, not the thick white. Because I actually would like it to really run when I tilt it. Once I've done the blowing, I'd like it to tilt. So give it a quick wipe over to get it to cover it, and oh, good grief. Why is this? Seems to be gellifying already. Anyway. So we've got a quick coat right the way over. That way, which I might pour on this end and tilt back the other way. That way, whatever you get as your Dutch pour, wherever you stop pulling and pushing and tilting and dribbling, you're going to get paint on the whole canvas. And that's always something I recommend highly, because an unpainted part of a canvas, you can really spot it. So this is a good consistency for that back white. And so I have done all these tests with no added silicone, and it's worked out really well. So that is what I'm going to continue with today. And I'm going to use my hose. See, it's well used, covered in paint, but I find it gives me good control. Some of you use hair dryers and things like that. Well, maybe I could use the hair dryer. I've got it here. Let's grab that. Let's give the hair dryer a go. Let's plug it in. Important part of using a hairdryer is making sure that it's got a condenser, so that it pulls it into a shape rather than a round top on it. Okay, so the colours that I am going to use today, because I haven't used much of it, is this lilac. I quite liked the lilac, although this one's very opaque, not very translucent. This is one of the things you really need to be aware of with these Rix Mix, is that there's definitely opaque and translucent paints, and that is what will give you your contribute to your cells. And it's also, you need to be aware of it with the sinking. So like the Surf's Up, which is also a very opaque colour, will they kind of sit on top of each other. I've done a test where I've poured all the colours over all the colours, and where the purple went over the Surf's Up, it stayed on top, and where the Surf's Up went over the lilac, that one stayed on top. So those two are very similar in their colours. So I'm actually going to put those two in first. I'm just going to pour a circle of white around there, just to hold it a little bit. Put some of that on there, and then we're going to go for some I know this is a bit weird, but I'm going to go for some mandarin. They look really cool together. This one again does that same thing. And then I'm going to put some white in the middle. Okay. So over top, and then blow it out. Now, I haven't done a lot of these, and especially not with the blowtorch. But immediately what I'm noticing is where I've got the white going over top, we're getting cell action happening. Because those colours are heavier than the white's just falling through them. So we're starting to get the cell action. Let me zoom you in and show you what I mean. Okay, so where the white actually went over the colours, we got that. Where the colours went over the white, we got that. So of course it depends on what look you're going for, right? I think that's a really good indication to people. Now, we've got a little bit of cell happening where it's thin, and it's happening more and more. So I'm just gonna leave this just to do its thing. So if I take you back over to the other side, you can see that already there's a lot more bigger cells happening in here. If this wasn't a test, I would probably scrape this. It's not my favorite. And those of you that followed me a lot know that when it's not 100%, yay, I love it, I tend to just go scrape. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do another test, but with the hose instead. And I'm going to do can you see where I'm, no, good spotting, Michelle, otherwise we would have been in trouble. So I'm going to do the other colours in a corner, just a small pile. So we've got some white, and I put the Surf's Up lid on my white, so I've got a tiny bit of Surf's Up in there, and a bit of blue. Put the right lids on things this time. And says not to shake it like that because you got lots of air bubbles, but then I get in trouble for not mixing it properly and not giving the paints a good go. So I'm just gonna cover myself. See, I need to wipe that lid. Get rid of that surfs up. Alright. So straight away you can see, let me just pull that back in and zoom you in a little bit. You can see that selling occurring. So there we go. I definitely like this colour combo better. The blue has almost completely disappeared out of this other one. There is a little bit of it, but I am looking forward to seeing it dry, and we will come back and have a look. So while you wait, i.e. the next 3 seconds, pop on over to the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group and get your entry into the competition to win. And it's these 2 colours plus the daffodil, which I haven't used today, plus the white and the black. So I think I might redo this on its own canvas and do that colour combo on its own canvas, but I'll do that in another video. Alright guys, here comes the dry result in 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, it's dry, and it took longer to dry than I had hoped because well, one of my bottles tipped over, which made the automatic safety switch on my 4-plug turn my heater off, which meant that it didn't dry in time for me to get this video out before the competition ended, which it has. So those of you that entered, thank you, and the winners have been notified by email. Also, a list of the winners is available in the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. So let's have a look at what magic we created with this. First of all, I'm going to start off with this red and blue one. I really like that. It's got some really cool colors in it. Again, remember, no silicone added. This is just the straight Rick's Mix. So if any of you are really struggling or don't choose to buy the course that teaches you how to do the Sheely art style, this may be an option for you because it gives a very similar sort of look. I do like it. I do like it. Now, I did have a problem with this lot over here, and I don't think it's got anything to do with the paint. It's more to do with me trying to rush and get this video out. By having the heater on so high, the paint got a skin on it, so when it, because it was still liquid and it ran, look at this, it ran. It has pulled apart that skin, and so I have got a very tugged apart area up here. Now, as I've said in all of these videos, because I usually mix my paint so thick, I never have problems with my paintings running off the side. So I didn't realize my table wasn't straight. Anyway, it's not. So I apologize for that. So I'm not considering this particular area a good indication of the paint. It's my bad usage. What I do really like is this sort of area in here. Gives you a great sense of how the purple and the orange interact. The blue has completely disappeared in most areas. There's tiny little hints of it in places, but it definitely needs to be higher up in the plan of things if you are including it in a combo. That's the surf blue. But I really like that. That's really funky. So, in conclusion, as long as you have your area flat for pouring and drying, like get out your little bubble tester thingy, you know, those builder's bubbles to test how flat your surface is in all directions. As long as you don't turn the heater on too hot, I think you could definitely get some really great results with this paint. I will not be continuing to purchase it. Once you will see the rest of these bottles being used. I'm not going to throw it out. I don't think it's hideous, and I won't be purchasing more just because it's just not thick enough for me. So thanks again to Counterculture DIY for sponsoring this giveaway over in the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group, and for sending me these paints to play with. Super grateful. As I say, you will see more pours. I've got some ideas on how I can fix the ones that I've done, make them more joyful, make them more finished. That's your overall of this painting. It was a tester, not designed to be a amazing finished product. But hey guys, if you are interested in giving acrylic pouring a go and take into account the thinness of the paints like I've talked about, I really do think this is a good way to get started. If you want to take it up as a long-term scenario, you may wish to start looking at getting your mixes right and playing. But if you just want to create something with ease, maybe with some kids or something like that, or something beautiful for your wall, go ahead and use these paints. They definitely create it with ease. They give you the, if you like, the cell-like structure. It's more of a lacing than cells as such, but it's, you know, that interaction. I really love that red and blue with a touch of white veining in there. That's just stunning. So if you, yeah, give it a try if that is for you. If you've already got your mix down and you're enjoying that, then why change? Alright guys, I adore you. I will be putting videos out on a semi-regular basis. I am going to be discontinuing my Patreon account. I have a PayPal Me account and I have a Coffee account if you would like to financially contribute to my channel. And I'm also tossing around the idea of instead of the 2 lives for $10 that I had with Patreon, just doing a $5 per live if you want to come and join me on the Zoom. So let me know in the comments if you think that's a great idea. Just finding that committing to painting is taking the fun out of it for me. So I'm going back to painting for fun and sharing that with you guys, rather than trying to make a business of it and stuff like that. So yeah, Let me know in your comments what you think. Love to say hi to anyone that's new. If you are new and you've been enjoying the videos and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I do have, and hit the little bell, and make sure you click all, so it actually tells you that when I go live and things like that. And I do have an email list, link is in the description below, that you can sign up to, which I send an email out the day before I go live, so that you all get to know in advance. So I adore you all. I'm so grateful for you watching, and I look forward to playing with you in another video coming soon. Bye bye.